what has been this journey of cultivating community and how that's been important for you? And then 2, for somebody that doesn't have the obvious connections, and they're not at this place where they can share this communion with another, more apparently or obviously with the people that they currently know in their life, how can they begin to cultivate that and go on that journey?
Wow, that's a great question. I feel really the first step is reach out to the leaders in your area of things that you enjoy doing. So whether it be, the CrossFit coach, whether it be the yoga teacher, whether it be the sound healing leader, whatever it is, like the person who is in that space of doing something that you truly enjoy, and maybe the person who inspires you to do that. Because those are the people that will help you to find more of the people who are like-minded. Yeah. And so really, I think that community is built when we ask the question, how can we learn from someone who is, quote unquote, more knowledgeable, more experienced, more wise than we are, and then really learning from them and then offering that same sense to others. And so, like, for me, my first experience of community was the yoga community, and it was the Bikram yoga community. The Bikram yoga community is a very interesting community, I will say. I started off, in San Luis Obispo. Christy Winning, much love to you, wherever you are in the world, was my teacher, and she introduced me to Bikram yoga. And there was a Bikram yoga little kula, like, a little tribe of Bikram yogis, and we would all go to class together and talk about it and, drink coconut water and then go to the farmer's market together. And that was my first community. And then from there, grew into, my yoga community from doing my yoga teacher training and then learning from Sienna Sherman and then going to Bhakti yoga and then, finding this incredible kula of really heart-centered people who were deep into the lineage of yoga. And then from there, that grew into acro yoga, meeting Jason Niemer at the Summer Solstice Festival in Esalen. And, I was in Esalen and teaching acro yoga there and learning acro yoga there. And then bam, from there, I was like, wow, there's this whole community of acro yogis all around the world. And I feel that movement is one of the most incredible communities that there is, because people who move their bodies feel themselves. And like, to feel yourself, like, you are so aware of who you are that, like, the way that you present yourself is just yourself. And so, like, I find that, people who are dancers, like, I really click with dancers. I love dancers because they're so expressive of their emotions. And acro yoga teaches that as, like, communication, like being able to communicate what you're feeling. Like, when I'm taking you into a twist, like, is this good enough? Do you want more? And like, having that experience of being able to ask another person, like, how do you feel? How do you feel when I do this? Yeah. And I think that that's so important for relationships. And, now more than ever, like, we're seeing, all these dating apps and all this, like, disconnection from how we interact with each other when we're attracted. And it's important that when we're attracted that we speak up and say something. Like, a lot of the reasons that, these dating apps exist is because men and women have forgotten how to speak to each other, how to say, wow, you're really beautiful. I love your eyes. Your hair is gorgeous. Like speak to each other, just compliment one another, like, see what it feels like to give a compliment to another human being and see how that can grow into something more. Hey, do you want to go to the farmer's market? Hey, I'm going to a yoga class later on. I love sound healing. Do you enjoy sound healing? Have you ever been to a sound healing? Like, communication is so important. And we as humans have forgotten that a lot of communication is physical.
Yeah, and nonverbal, yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's okay to be attracted to another human being because they look beautiful. And that could be the spark of something more. And so I feel that it really comes down to just, like, realizing that communities are built on what we truly desire and what we're really excited about learning more about. And I feel so strongly that we as community leaders got to come together and we got to continue to create space, safe space for people to speak on how they feel.